I grew up here, and so it's sort of like it's an important place to me. I mean, like, you know, North Texas and growing up here, it's been such a part of my life and my experience, and it was just sort of like to do a movie about a fraternity. I knew so many people in fraternities. It's such a big part of college life in Texas. It just felt like that was the right flavor for it, and bringing it to kind of North Texas was kind of just the right kind of vibe for the movie. Shot short films here, so I knew a lot of people here, and so just from a support standpoint, you know, the Dallas Film Commission and sort of the people in Dallas and people in Arlington were extremely helpful for us, and we knew a lot of people, and they wanted to kind of help us out. So,
I mean, like Lou said prior, the first sentence of the script is, "This film is fast, this film is short, this film is fun," and I was like, that's a pretty ballsy way to open up a script. So I read it, and then I finished it, and then I said, that's a pretty ballsy script. And I said to myself that this is such a playground to be able to do something awesome and have fun, and this has to be dirty, and it's an actor's piece. I want to do this. And, you know, I pretty much said that to you when we first met, that I loved it. And at that point, me giving the script to Lou was completely selfish, absolutely selfish. He wasn't sure who he was going to get for Kevin, and he said that he might just have to grab someone locally, and I said, well, hold on. My best friend is probably the best actor in our age group. We should probably ask him if he'll do it, because if this role isn't knocked out of the frickin' park, my role doesn't make any sense, and neither does eventually John Foster's role. That's the link. That's the key. And he read it, and he ended up kicking its ass. So,
I mean, I don't think you don't ever expect to win the audience award. You know, I think you sort of like, you kind of dream and you kind of hope that maybe you got a shot. And I think we had enough screenings for just, you know, as we were putting it together, we knew what people felt about the movie, so we knew that people were liking it, but we had never shown it to a completely random group of people who we didn't know. And so that was sort of like, you know, it's nervous unveiling it for the first time. And so I think people's reaction there was completely surprising, because I mean, people were like, you know, like clapping when things happen in the middle of the movie, and like cheering at the end, laughing. And you don't do that to movies that are boring you. You know, you do that when you're engaged. And so that really meant a lot. And it was something I was really proud of.
You know, you don't make the movie because you want to win the audience award. You know, you just make the movie because you have it inside you and you want to do it. And then to be validated in such a cool way, especially by audiences, because that's like, wow, we pulled it off. When people cheer at the end because my character finally steps up to, you know, John Foster, we did it. You know, we did it. And it's like what you said. You certainly don't hear a bunch of people cheering, clapping, and laughing, and then afterwards walking out and be like, I hated it. You know, that doesn't happen. You know, so it's just awesome.